match up with the Washington Redskins. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, check 26. He's checking. Crash.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. On first down, it's Haskins. Flushed out right, and his pass incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. Space to maneuver at the 40. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Green 18. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check 3. Get right. Green 18 up.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to, and that's caught inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a first down carry by Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll try the right side with Jones. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On third down, Dillon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Redskin first down.
Ready, set, go against the mic. It's our field.
On first down, here's Love. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, Love. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Third down, here's Haskins. Steps away to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1.
Justin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, Mike. Safety cream.
Now Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
258. Here we go, D. Here I come again. 26. Here I come again. Back 55.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw, Haskins. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Love. Room past the 20. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Another good run for him. What else is new? They ought to put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Got it complete to Rodgers. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it down.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Zadarius Smith in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To try again after the sack. Haskins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, Love. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's Irvin to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. That one good for 37 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah. Let's make these babies look free.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins. He gets it to Sims, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Come on. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, check.
They'll run on first down. It's Love. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. He had a really solid first half run.
Time on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run with Geis. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 35 on 2nd down. Haskins. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd down, Haskins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go.
Now Rodgers to throw again. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, first down Packers.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Rush in. Roll right. Roll right. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
6-6. Pull it high.
Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 21.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Here we go again.
On first down, Dillon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's coming.
Inside.
He's coming. Double up. Showing it.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal.
50. Hey, you block over here.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He's coming. We got double up.
Here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal. Well, obviously you can take the field goal here and tie it, or you can be gutsy. What are you doing?
Oh, man, come on. Let's be gutsy. Let's go get it. Because to me, after this drive in this spot, a field goal feels like a disappointment. Go get it done, and let your team know you're with them.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run on first down. It's Love, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Don't say nothing.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 58.
2nd down, Haskins. And that's complete. It's Sims. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check. Check. Check.
They'll try and get it with Geis. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
That's another.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
They'll run it with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Again, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. 87's mine. Don't worry about that. Single. Hey, flag.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
258. Let's go one more.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends, because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back to you. I'm going 10-30. Back. Hey, zoom. Over.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Running it here with Peyton, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Got you. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch.
Now it's Haskins. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards.
1st down, Washington.
Here we go. Set. Get the flag. Pick it up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. This is Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Trip is here, baby. Your trip is here. Let's go. Take the outlaw. Bring it right back. Tell them right back. Let's go. Come on.
On second down, it's Love. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Here we go. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
Here's Love again. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins, and we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as the Redskins have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
They fall to 8-5, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.